feel sweet? Do you feel sweet? It's amazing. I have no skin and I feel everything. It's amazing. I feel good when you feel good. I knew I would. It's amazing. I've wanted this for so long. Now the deed has been done. We shall rise with the sun. Spend our time as one. Now there is no sin in anything. It's amazing. I hope you do too, 'cause I love everything. It's all amazing. I feel new. Do you feel new? I understand when they say we're born again, 'cause I've been born again. I'm born again. And it's amazing. It's the best thing. It's glorious. It's life-changing. This feeling is amazing. It's the best thing. It's glorious. It's life-changing. This feeling.
We're on. Are we live and direct, Peter Yarwood?
Oh, live and direct.
Live and direct. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Lancashire User Forum. Well, I'm saying, we've got a lineup tonight. I'm not quite sure what we've got. Is it called Winging It, Peter? Are we calling it Winging It?
Defo.
Definitely not called Winging It. This is called Community.
It's community. The theme is community. We've got a running theme going, legacy, hope, transformation. Tonight is about community. So I think that's the theme we're going with. So yeah, we've got a varied selection of guests on tonight. We've got a life story, I do believe. We've got our lovely Chris Blencarn making his debut tonight. So can we have some love?
Big man.
Yeah, can I hand it over to my co-host, Mr. Peter Yarwood, who's probably got more information than me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like and share, everyone, please, and welcome. And let's have some nice positivity, love, and some nice comments, please. It makes the show so much better.
Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you for that. So, a dead quick synopsis. What is the Lancashire User Forum? It's a space that we occupy, people with a lived experience. And that's, everyone's got a lived experience, haven't they? But when we talk about lived experience, we talk about the lived experience of mental health, experiencing what it's like to have mental health issues, a lived experience of substance misuse, of coming through the criminal justice system, issues that we provide support for. So that's what we mean in in that sense. We occupy that space. And what we say is we want other people to come into it. We want business to come into it. We want community to come into it. We want anybody who's interested in or affected by substance misuse, mental health, and the issues that surround those things. Why is it important that we occupy this space? So that we can have a voice, so that our voice rings out loud at every level. I don't just mean the entry level, I mean every level, from the design, the delivery, the implementation, and the evaluation. At every level, we want to make sure our voice rings out. And you know, another thing as well, what we know is when we stand shoulder to shoulder in this space, our voice then becomes powerful. So we've got a community, and every week, you know, there's 24, 25 people right now watching in this space live. If every one of you hit that share button, and every one of them hit that share button, that's what they call binary efficiency. 1 becomes 2, and then 2 becomes 4, and 4 becomes 8. And if you do that 30 times, you will have 1 million. Weird that, innit? It's wacky. But trust me, keep doubling it and doubling it. So you hit that share button, and let's see if we can get it far and wide. One of the things that we ask people to do is fill in a link. So at the top of this Facebook page, there's a link to a questionnaire. We want to capture data. We want to know what your experience is, especially if you've got what's called dual diagnosis. One of my family members, close spar in a true sense of the word, just took his own life, and we buried him a week and a half ago, and what a send-off he got. But it was dual diagnosis. He took his own life, and what we want to know is, why is that happening still? Why can we not make a dent in that? Why is that figure getting higher and higher? So fill in that link, hit the link at the top, because we're in Q4 now, and it's only it'll take you 5 or 10 minutes to answer 10 or 12 questions, but I'll show you why it's so important, why we answer them questions. Here's Q3, right? So let me just share this with you guys, and we'll get into it. This is interesting stuff. Let me show you this. This is the report we did last time, yeah? This is Q3, and I'm going to read it out to you. We are a Lancashire-based charity that provides peer support, peer-led support in training, volunteering, employment opportunities to marginalised individuals with experiences of offending behaviour, substance misuse, mental illness, and adverse life experiences. Our mission is to improve individual lives, build resilience, and empower the service user voice, creating stronger and better connected families and communities. I can feel it. I'm getting on one, but this. I believe this drives me. The following report, and this is going into the decision makers, what's called the Integrated Care System, the ICS. The following report summarises the results from one of the surveys that we developed in order to gain a better understanding on certain aspects that affect individuals both in and around substance misuse and mental health services during the COVID-19 pandemic, gathered through a digital format and promoted through our social media and online groups. Hit the like and share button. This survey answered the questions anonymously to encourage open and honest responses. So here we go. 85 people answered this data, and what we've got there is 71 of them live in Lancashire, 8 of them live outside of Lancashire. Hey, 6 of them don't even live in the UK. We've got people as far as the United States and Canada filling in this survey. The age range is split between 30 and 49 and 50 pluses. So you can see the chart there. And again, it's a rough 50-50 split between men and women that answer these questions. Now we're into it. Are you connecting easily with services such as your local housing authority, employment, mental health or drug treatment? This is what we want to know. And over 50% said, yeah, we're connecting with them services, we're service users. The rest of the people are on the support mechanisms around that. Have you come across any barriers, we want to know, connecting with these and accessing these services? And if so, what ways could we support you to overcome them? And I'm going to show you the questions, the answers to that in a minute. So if you visited these services for substance misuse or mental health, did you feel involved in the decisions that was made about your treatment? And I'm happy to say nearly half of the people said they was, and a quarter of the people that didn't say they was said they felt somewhat involved. And there's always room for improvement, guys, but on the whole, we're doing good. If you were involved, were you happy with the outcome of your treatment? If not, do you know how to challenge these decisions, or would you need help expressing your views? You know what, guys? Over 50% said, yeah, I was happy with the outcome. And 5%, 7% said they felt involved, but not so happy. 21 people, that's 29%, said I know how to challenge, but sometimes I need help getting my point across. Because every time I do it, they say things like, I'm angry or I'm aggressive, so I need some help to do that. I don't know how to challenge them, and I need help getting my point across. 21%, 9 people said that. Here we go. 8. Even if you aren't using any of the services just now, which would you prioritise connecting with services and professional organisations or peer support and mutual aid? So 38% said they prioritise mutual aid. And you know what? That's free. That's free. That's what we're doing here tonight. We're all stood in this space, shoulder to shoulder. Do you need more support to connect with mutual aid or professional organisations? 31% said, yeah, we do. But I'm happy to say 69% said they don't. They're doing it all right. That's good. You know what? Them 26 people, they're probably the ones really struggling as well. How are you adapting to the new ways? Again, this is an indicator, and we'll go to that at the end. Would you prefer to engage and connect through structured groups or one-to-one support? And you know what? 44% said they preferred structured groups. I prefer groups, but not structured. People want to connect, and a massive percentage, nearly 40%, said they want one-to-one support. So, many organisations have moved online and remote working. Did you possess both the equipment and the skills to be able to utilise this? And you know what? 60 people, 71% said, yeah, that's brilliant. But out of 85 people, 25 said no, they don't possess either the skills or the technical ability and equipment to access that. That's like a third of our community. That's a bit worrying, that, for me. If you don't have the equipment, what are the issues you encountered? So, a lot of people are saying poverty, lack of money. I can't afford to buy a laptop when I need to put the heating on and buy food for my kids. It's that's worrying. That's why organisations that do food banks, more power to you, man. More power to you. If you did have the skills and equipment, and again, these are indicators we'll go to in a second. Right. As with many organisations, we have limited time and resources. Are there certain areas where you would like to see more focus or priority given? This is a you said and we did question. So people are saying, these are the answers they give. I want one-to-one support, accessibility to talk 24 hours a day. We want accurate communication. As I've only been using Red Rose Recovery for a short time, I'm finding it's helping with my addiction and confidence. being able to open up 1 or 2 face-to-face meetings. So people said, we want meetings opening up, man. It's within the guidelines, we can do it, so let's do it. People said if they had a bus pass or help with transportation, that'd help getting to and fro appointments. So one fella says drugs are freely available, as is alcohol. I feel like I'm a nuisance to the service, and I've never been abusive or threatening. I just feel like I'm unimportant. So this is dual diagnosis. Here we go. During COVID, the best way for me to connect is through Zoom meetings and Facebook live streams. I also think these platforms should continue to be utilised after the COVID pandemic to maintain connections and interactions with services. Again, face-to-face meetings, employment accommodation. I'm happy with how it works and is structured properly to times and dates. The WhatsApp group tells us everything we need to know. So if you're in the WhatsApp groups, that's great. We'll probably be talking about that tonight, I reckon. So thank you for everything you do. Support and encouragement is fantastic. If it wasn't for Red Rose Recovery, I won't be sat writing this now. So a massive thank you goes out to all the team that works and supports from me. So that's from Tracy. It's meant to be anonymous, Tracy, but thank you. So I really love connection. I think a lot of people struggle, low amount of money. I'd like to see more focus on people with mental health problems, alcohol and drug addiction. I'd like to see services do what they're commissioned to do instead of posturing about how great they are while ignoring people in need. Ooh, okay. Perhaps maybe some expansion on that is needed. I'm happy with the service. Inspire, it's great. I would like to see the main treatment providers doing more. It's like, what more would you like to see them do? Tell us. Liaise with other organisations.
Manchester, just Manchester.
Mental health treatment to be more accessible for addicts. More groups by Red Rose in St Anne's. Shout out St Anne's.
I don't think we could do any more groups.
You know what? I could go on all night. They're there, man. There's lots of questions, lots of answers. So what we're gonna do,
Pete,
is share that via our email distribution list. And if you want a specific read of that report, then ask for it in the comments. Speaking of the comments, let's throw it open to the guys now. Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Pete. Thank you, Pete. Yeah, massively important, Matt. And my job's to get you to like and share as well. I think it's your duty. You know what this platform does for you in your well-being. So I think it's your duty. All you have to do, press a button to share. You could ease somebody suffering tonight. So first of all, we'll do that. What I want to do is introduce Daniel Briggs. It's his first time on from Burnley. Welcome on, Daniel. It's good to have you. I'll do a few shout outs to people that are on. Joe Duffy's on, Susan Short, Lee Robinson, Beth Ferguson, my mate Wade's on, David Simpson's on, Paula and Emily Rock is giving support on the page as she always does. So yeah, what I want you to do, guys, is put some questions on there, yeah? Ask these guys what you want to hear. Okay.
What's this banana man I'm seeing? Is this you?
Was that me when I had my face mask on?
Oh, yeah. I thought you looked more like Bart Simpson. Yeah, thank you, Darren Bird. He's calling you banana man, Chris.
Golly gosh, he's not, is he?
Golly gosh. It's his favourite saying, that, Pete. He doesn't swear like us commoners. He says golly gosh. So we all think it's quite amusing. Bless him.
Beautiful,
thank you,
man.
Darren Bird.
Let's do some introductions then.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we've got up in St Anne's, we've got Tracy. Say hi, Tracy.
Hi, everybody.
Good evening.
Hi.
And you're going to tell us your story in a few minutes. Is that right, Tracy?
I am, yeah.
Brilliant. We look forward to that. And we've also got our very own Willie. Willie's with us tonight.
Big man.
Yeah, Pete,
All right, Willie.
can I just say something?
Yeah.
The people who are struggling with mental health, have they ever had advocates before, mental health advocates that actually sit in with your doctor one-to-one and that'll go out of the room with you one-to-one? It's private. They're not allowed to talk about it. They go out of the room. They'll tell you which way to go, which way you need to go, housing, bus passes, all sorts of stuff like that.
Well, Willie, that's a great question.
Fantastic, boys.
Onto the link at the top of this page, there's a Q4 questionnaire, and you can answer that question in there. Every week we're going to have Willie on doing what's called Willie's Wisdom. And Willie's going to be giving us some wisdom, aren't you, Willie?
Yeah.
It's going ahead then. We had a chat about this the other day, me and Pete, and we were coming up with something specific for Willie. And because he's such an amazing guy, we come up with Willie's words of wisdom the other day, and I said that's an awesome idea.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Were you up for that then, Willie?
Yeah.
Guys, don't forget to hit the like and share button. So we've got Tony Jones, who's sitting on the floor because he's sold his settee.
Just trying to get comfy. Oh, cool.
You don't look comfy. That's the thing, Tony. You
I was thinking the same.
I'm hotspotting off my phone, so it's all
I did wonder what was going on.
The TV's there. I'm all mixed up, but same in the world as well. Mixed up.
A little bit.
I'm still alive.
In a little bit, Tony, we look forward to you telling us about your successful building recovery innovation chest application. So you applied for some money from us and you were successful in that, weren't you, Tony?
Yeah.
So we'll look forward to hearing
Sure
what
was. Yeah.
that was.
I'll let you all know in time.
Thanks, mate. And then we've got Chris Fogg.
Hello, guys. Lovely to be back on. Happy New Year to you all. It's fantastic to be back on and be a part of this. Great to see your smiling face, Pete. I've not seen you since the last LUF Lounge after I had to go off earlier with toothache. It's great to see you, mate.
Brilliant. Well, okay then. Tracy, do you want a song off Chris before you tell your story, or do you just want to get straight into your story?
I'm easy, me. I don't mind listening to a bit of Chris's music. I love it.
Oh.
Right, Chris, give us a tune and then we'll go.
Okay. Just give me a second.
And while Chris is getting ready to do us a song, if you're watching in the community and you want to be a part of tonight's show, you want to get involved, then tell us in the comments and we'll put you the link in and you can join in live with tonight's community live LUF Lounge. So just let us know in the comments, guys.
All right. So I'm gonna do something a little bit more upbeat, a little bit more fun, in comparison to my normal screamy, shouty stuff. This is called Bloody Valentine by Machine Gun Kelly. Okay, the simulation just went bad, but you're the best I ever had. Like, hey, best of men, touch me. I could just have you be mine, I can. How I feel about you inside, I give everything up tonight. If I could just have you be mine, I don't do fake love, but I'll take some from you tonight. Well, I know I've got to go, but I might just miss the flight. I can't stay forever. Let's play pretend. Treat this night like 11 again. You'll be my bloody Valentine tonight. Now, 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 now,
Yes, good.
Good on you,
Come
man.
on, Chris.
Good on you.
Well done, Chris. You sent the feed mental there. Loads of love for you. Jim Burns, go on, Chris. Daniel Johnson, go on, Chris. Emily Rowe. Dave Simpson, love you, Chris. I just want to touch on one of the comments. Daniel Briggs is struggling to connect because he can't get on Zoom. There's no internet connection. I'm pretty sure that Inspire are helping out with internet connections and devices. It'd be worth getting in touch with them, Daniel, and see what.
I'm not sure if that's Daniel or Danielle, you know, because I'm trying to look at the picture. It's a bit little.
Danielle,
Whoever it is. Yeah, I
Danielle.
saw that, Chris.
There wasn't a picture before. There's a picture come up now.
There's
Yeah,
a picture
Danielle.
now, yeah.
So, yeah, get in touch with Inspire because they're rolling out some stuff. So it'd be worth getting in touch with them and see what they can do for you.
How do you know this information and I don't?
I don't think that's helpful, isn't
I was
it?
on a meeting with a lady on Tuesday.
Oh,
Yeah, so
That's
that's
well
good to know.
How long have they been doing that for?
No, they just came into Service Users Lounge and they promised to do it once a month now, Chris.
Oh, sweet.
But they're realising the connection online is massively important.
Yeah.
So they're doing their bit to help out as well.
Oh,
Well,
that's fantastic.
I know they gave a laptop out to a girl a couple of weeks ago in Art Inspire. So
Can
I
I
know
just
that's
say
it.
then? I know in St Anne's today, Emma and I are part of a group called the Lex Leadership, and we sign the Lex Leadership are people who've got an experience of the criminal justice system. So if you've been locked up in the past, you can be part of this Lex Leadership. So thanks to this group, and we signed up about 30 of our team to go on this Lex Leadership course. Thanks to Claw Social and the Centre for Knowledge Equity, they've invested £1,000. Emma's done an imagination observatory today in St Anne's, hasn't she?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Emma's generated £1,000 for that, and next week I'm going to do an imagination observatory on here, and we'll generate another £1,000 for that. So that money, we'll make sure that money gets invested back into the community. So, you know, I'm not saying it's a free for all, but if there's a genuine need, we'll make sure that that money they pay me and Emma to do these pieces of work, we'll make sure that people who are in need are able to access.
Oh, that's amazing. Because then people will be able to connect, and I think that's really important at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
I think at the moment people are looking at lockdown and seeing that, you know, it's getting extended more and more as we're still in it. And I think the need to be able to connect and get that help is probably as important as it's ever been.
I don't think it's ever going to stop though.
No, I think this situation though has probably drawn a little bit more light on the situation as a whole, and those people that have been suffering but had sort of the world as it normally was, but are now in lockdown, have actually sort of been backed into a wall, and they're actually needing to reach out and sort of find their voice and go to these sort of platforms, because they can't go out, they can't get that help any other way. So I think if you're looking for, you know, one good thing to come out of lockdown, it is that people have tried to seek more help with regards to the mental health than sort of in normal times.
I can't remember what normal times are anymore.
That's it. We need community, and this is community.
It is. It's you're making the best. And to be honest, we've done this for what it was in March. Was it March last year, Pete? We started doing the live LUF. I've actually got more connection. I know I shouldn't. I'm not. I'd rather it went, but I've connect more since we started the Zoom platform than I did before, because my connection's has gone broader, and there's a new. You know, I've met people who I probably wouldn't meet. You know, I met you, Chris. I know we did that filming. And I've met new people on Zoom platforms, Tony and different people from, you know, I don't go to Blackpool and do a meeting in Blackpool, but I go on a meeting and I chat to people in Blackpool and Preston and Fleetwood.
I think the ability to be able to run more groups over the Zoom platform and from the comfort of your own home has actually sort of increased sort of more meetings happening. So people have got the ability to jump on more. And once again, in the comfort of your own home, it eliminates certain barriers that you have with your mental health. You're in your own front room, you're in your own space. So that sort of eliminates those pressures, those barriers, and that opens up the ability to reach out. So when we come out of lockdown, people will be more inclined to actually go to physical meetings because they've already done the massive step of actually going out and connecting. They've already met people. So I think it's been really important.
If you want to get on these Zoom groups, guys, then go onto the Red Rose page, sign up as a member, and there's loads of activities and groups for you to do.
We had a real good one last night.
Yeah, we did. Good fun.
It was a beauty.
So any comments, Chris? Then we'll do Tracy's story.
There isn't really. I think they're all waiting for Tracy's story. There's Arthur, who's just put down cannabis today. Well done, mate. Well done.
Well done, mate.
Yep. And well said, Chris, from Chris Rowlands.
Can I just shout out to our Hannah Lodge, because she's watching, and I did rehab with our Hannah Lodge. So Emily's.
I gave up smoking cannabis today, and I got sent this link. Things happen for a reason. They certainly do, mate. Good on you. You're in the right place. Okay.
28 people watching now we've got, Pete, so no pressure from St Anne's.
No, it's nice and cosy then, isn't it? So 28's a good number.
Yeah.
Oh, and Dean Timlin. I did rehab with him as well. Sorry, I'll shut up now. I'll let you carry on.
Tracy, our stories are really important, aren't they? You know, and there's a cost to sharing your story, because you revisit sometimes dark places, but when you go there, just know that we're stood shoulder to shoulder with you.
Okay, so hi everybody, my name's Tracy. I'm not really used to doing shares. I've just done one or two, so I'll try and be as good as I can and get it out there. So where was I? So I was 30 when I got into addiction. Obviously, I didn't know it was addiction then. I had a long-term breakup, and I just found myself drinking after work, loneliness, and then it progressed, you know, and you know, just a casual drink, and it was like, you know, a bit more. So you know, when I'm looking at it in the addiction, I just was drinking every day, and then it got to the point of, and basically when I'm on the bus home, I was basically like looking on, you know, what can I drink and that, and it consumed me basically. So for 17 years, and that's how from 30 to 47 elapsed It was like a time schedule, you know. I was just in this circle, and life all around me was living, and I wasn't. It was, when I look now, I just think, oh, and I was just in this cycle of addiction and the craziness of just wanting the alcohol. And every morning I'd get up and say, oh, I'm not going to drink, I'm not going to drink. By the time I get off the bus, straight in the shop, counting the cans. And because I had a bad childhood also as well, when I was in my addiction and drinking, a childhood trauma came up, past traumas, why, you know, this happened to me, my past. And it was like the deepest depression of anything you could think of. The world was so negative when I looked at it. I felt like I was walking dead. I had no fear. I used to look at people and think, oh, look how happy they are. Oh. And I was so pessimistic, and that's how it got built up over the years. You know, at first it was fun, and over the years, you know, the volume of alcohol went up, and it was just like crazy. So I didn't realize that there was help out there, really. You hear about it, but you don't see it. And also I didn't want to admit that I was an addict. It was a shame of going to my doctors and saying, you know, I drink every day, I've got a problem. I just didn't want it on my medical records, you know. People knew around St Anne's, they could see me. So it came to a point last year, it was about, sometime about last year, I thought I've got to do something. I had gone to 16 stone, my face was red, I didn't work then, I gave up work. And I wasn't functioning anymore. Everything stopped in the sense of I wouldn't wash, I wouldn't eat. If I did eat, I was being sick. You know, it was I wouldn't open the curtains. So it got really bad, and I was consuming the amount. Now, when I look back, I just don't know how my body could have took it, to be honest. So I had to admit I had a problem. I came to Inspire. And luckily I had a partner who helped me, because I don't know if I could have got there on my own, because I was still drinking. So we did a course of action. Basically, I tried to do a home detox, and then my brother-in-law committed suicide. So because I'd only just come into the recovery part and admitting that that I had an addiction, and then obviously I did my detox, he actually did it while I was in the process at home. So I just pressed that button, as they say, you know, pressed it, and I just went to the shop and went into bits, because I didn't have anything, life skills about recovery. So I just pressed the fuck it button. I'm horrible for swearing, but yeah, so I went back into that addiction again, just consuming it. That's all I could do. So the other option I had, which Lindsay said to me, basically, you've got 8 weeks, you need to be in a rehab. And that's how bad basically my health was. My eyes were yellow, just totally a mess, really. So I did go to a rehab, and I knew that it's going to be hard work. And I have to face myself, because in addiction, I could be very blunt with people, very blunt. I wasn't a very nice person at times, very inconsiderate towards people. So when I went to the rehab, I went for 5 months and basically looked at myself and, you know, got questioned and challenged. And I learned a lot about myself and why I was drinking, and the depths of why I was drinking. I thought I'd dealt with issues from the past, and I hadn't. And basically I was drinking to suppress my feelings, and I couldn't drink enough in the time. So I did the 5 months at Burnley, and it was brilliant in the fact I got to know myself, with help with counsellors and my peers. And then I came out of rehab in August last year, and obviously it was under COVID, and I didn't know where to go. And I thought, right, oh, where am I going to go now? I had the positive, positively, but again, there's always a chance of a relapse. You've not got connections. And luckily, I met Lorna in St Anne's, which was a grace, and she said, yeah, we do have meetings, they're open meetings. And obviously she said, you're here, you're alive, because she saw me in my addiction and how bad I was. And again, I never looked in the mirror. I didn't care what I looked like. So yeah, I started doing meetings with Lorna, in the rain, in the wind, got connected, met other people like-minded like me, and who've been in addiction and understand. So yeah, and we stuck it out, and we kept doing that, and more people are coming. So it showed how many people need the help and connection of groups, Zoom and everything. So yeah, so then we managed to get, we're through Lorna obviously, and that we've got Inspire 3 days a week for groups, face-to-face groups, and they really do help. Because when I come out of the rehab, I would have had nothing to focus on. I didn't know about Zooms and stuff like that, and because of the COVID, it would have been a lot worse. It would have been so easy for me just to walk in Tesco's and think, oh, what do I do? But with Lorna and creating these groups now, it's giving opportunity to other people and to help other people, and it helps me. Now, my partner, who I am with, he has a drinking problem, and that was a problem for my counsellor when I was in Birmingham, saying, you're going home to a drinker. And I said, I can't make him choose. That's his choice and my choice. And also, so that was hard. I had to face that every day, that he still drinks. And also, I'm around it. And as Tony says, if you sit in the barbershop long enough, you could possibly have a relapse. So I have to be very aware of that every day. And because of the COVID now and his high risk, he said about the groups, he preferred me if I didn't come to groups due to the fact, because he's worried for himself, not, just being around people. So I made the decision that that is not an option, because for me, if I stop coming to groups, I would have no purpose. I'd just sit at home and I'd be watching my partner drink. He drinks from 1 o'clock onwards, and I'd just be sit there and think, oh, and then I obviously would probably look, oh, well, I'd get resentful and all them horrible negative feelings start coming up. And so I took the choice of moving back home into my own flat, because I've realised my recovery is important. And coming to groups for me is a connection with other people who are in the same boat or been in the same boat. Because when I was in my addiction, I was so isolated and thought I could solve the problem myself. And also at times, I didn't really see myself at first as an alcoholic, because I wasn't on the streets with a paper bag. You're thinking, oh, I went to work, I paid the bills. It's only looking at it at the end. I was probably the worst one ever, So, yeah, so that's where I am actually now. I'm at, so I do groups 3 times, I attend groups 3 times a week. We've got amazing people, amazing facilitators, and we get in each person, different personalities bring something different to the group, and yeah, it's really amazing. So yeah, that's me. And I can actually say, and this, I've never ever said this, but I'm 47. I always tell everybody I'm 43 and I didn't realize how much inflation have gone up as well since I've been sober. I couldn't believe it. When I went to buy a pair of underpants for, I checked everywhere first to make sure I'm paying the right price. But I can actually say I'm at peace within myself, because, having connection with other people, listening to their stories, and I can identify with them. And I'm thinking, not sitting in self-pity, because in my addiction, I was sitting in self-pity. And I learned so much about myself. Like I used to be a rescuer, and then by the end of it, I'm a victim because I'm moaning at them, slagging them off. They're like they haven't helped me, you know. So I've learned so much in the last year. And so now, this time last year, I was full on in my addiction. I was 16 stone, I had backache, I was being sick. My partner had to wash my back. Now I've got a car, I get up, I'm thankful for that I'm here. Thankful that people I've met in this last year. Thankful for the people in group because we have a good like connection. So yeah, that's me. Just plodding along. So yeah. So, but it's been a hard road. You know, I've had to look at myself. It's not easy, but I just want to give hope to, you know, anybody out there what is suffering. Please connect, because if I can do it, anyone can. Anything's possible. So anyway, you know, it's me. Okay, thanks. I may have rambled on a bit, but
no, thank you. Can I just ask then, because for the people watching, you talked about like groups that are open. Where are you today? Because it looks like you're in a police station with walkie-talkie.
Yeah, we're actually inspiring St Anne's. Yeah, so this is where we do hold the groups and that, and you know, anybody local, anybody can get here, you're welcome. They're on 3 times a week. 6 in each group, so we're aware, you know, with the COVID and other people to be anxious about the COVID as well, because unfortunately that's what my partner is, very anxious about it, and that's, you know, okay. So yeah, we're in St Anne's anytime. Come in and make a good cup of tea and all, chocolate biscuits. Thank you.
All right. You know, that's brilliant. Tony had his hand up there, Tony Jones. So unmute yourself, Tony, and
Oh no, I heard Lorna come in there, and I just wanted to give Lorna some props for putting everything together. You know,
yeah,
the master planner.
Yeah,
because if it wasn't for Lorna, we'd all be lost.
Yeah, she's the captain of our ship, and she really does look after us all, and we wouldn't have anything because she was told to stop running everything whilst lockdown was happening, and she is a persistent little devil, and she continued even though they told her to stop, and she really has impacted and saved so many lives.
Lorna's
hiding there. Look.
I'll pop her on for you.
Yeah.
You. Thank you, Tony.
Oh, Lorna!
I'm going on away.
Look at a lovely little hat.
Leave it in there.
How are you, Lorna?
I'm very well, very, very well.
She'll be all camera shy now. You watch.
So Lorna, I mean, you're in the high risk group, aren't you? You've been told to be shielded, but how great is it that Inspiring St Anne's have said, you know, on a Saturday when our building isn't being used, we're going to give you the keys so you can open it up to provide some mutual aid support.
Very, very grateful for that. We really are. And you know what, Pete, can I just say this? It's nice to be trusted again. And while we run these groups, I mean, you know, it has been hard work, but you know, we're doing that each one teach one. We've got all our leads all ready to get badged up. Tony, Chris, Peter, Tracy, and we've got to say a big shout out to Emma. You know, who comes on her time off and delivers training to us in groups, you know. For me, Emma's my mentor, you know, and I can't do this alone. I mean, I wish more people would come, but we're running 4 groups on a Monday, 4 groups on a Wednesday, and
3 groups on a Saturday. So I would like to see more people, you know, come and get involved or get places open for them. And I've not done this alone. I won't take that glory, you know. And I've suffered myself, you know, with my own mental health, should I say, you know. So I want to say to everybody, to my guys, you know, you're helping me. I get out of bed because I want to have a job to do, and one, I need to help myself. So we help each other.
Well, I interviewed you twice. The first time you wasn't quite ready for the job, but the second time I interviewed you gave the best interview ever. And you know what a blessing you are to the organisation, to the community, to our society, Lorna. So I know you've had it tough.
Yeah.
I know
But
you've
I'm
had it tough.
grateful. I'm very grateful. You know, 66 this year, Peter. I got a job when I was 65. Nobody else would even look at me, you know.
Well, we did. Did you get a little surprise this week?
I really did, and I haven't bragged about it. And that surprise come at the right time where I was doubting myself. Really doubting myself. And when the door knocked and I seen what it was, you know, thank you so much. I couldn't come at a better time.
What was it? You haven't divulged this information.
Tell us what you've been doing today in St Anne's.
Pardon?
Tell us what you've been doing today in St Anne's.
We the first group was at 9:45, a group of 6, and what we did was our usual, a check-in, and then we did red flags to relapse, what it means to them, and then a second group was taken by one of our leads, Peter, and then we did our training, and our training is it makes you look. And today, it was like a meditation with Emma. That none of us knew it was going to happen. You know, if we see a world, what it's created, how if we were in a time machine and we went into a time machine and everything was different, how would we see that world? How would we see it? You know, so yeah, it was good training. Yeah.
That Imagination Observatory is going to bring some well-received and much-needed resource. So, Tony,
yes, can you hear me all right? Is my mic all right?
Yeah.
Hear you loud and clear, big man.
Cool. Yeah. So Emma wants me to. We had all these circles that we had to put our thoughts and feelings into these. Emma wants me to do a painting of the collective of our group today. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. You've got a surprise to look at today, Pete. The piece of work that I did for you and Emma, that's finished. So hope you like that. You're up there in the corner of it as well, and your kids.
Brilliant.
So yeah, I spent about 4 days. Go on.
Tell us a little bit about the.
Go on.
You've been a success. I sat on the panel which awarded you some money that you'd applied for.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, Tony.
Well, it was a long process, and I was pulling my hair out with the COVID because I couldn't get any parts from anywhere, right? So I went to Scan Computers in Bolton, and I ordered it all online, and it was here the next day. And I was buzzing. I thought, yes, I've got all my computer stuff here. That'll help me paint better and sculpt better. So I spent all day putting it together, and something was faulty. Either the motherboard was dead, or the RAM was dead, or the processor, so I've had to send some of it back. I've still got the case and the power supply and that here and stuff, but so I've got to wait for that to come back and then put it all back together, and then I've got to get my printer. And when I get my printer, obviously that's my business side, and then we're going to be doing stuff over the road at Inspire as well, doing different groups, music groups, art groups, whatever people want to do. Yeah, but I've just so the thanks and the gratitude for giving me the opportunity, because I've always wanted to do this stuff, but I've always, just I've been with my missus 15 years, and we were in Pierpoint, and we were sound for a long time. Then we had a relapse, and then we got back up right again, and I was thinking, all the time I'm getting this money, I think I'm sure they're taking the time on purpose. Do you think I'm going to spend it? Do you think I'm going to relapse or something with it? But no. So it's all right, man. It's all good. So it's just pulling out the talent now and getting some nice artwork done. And it keeps me busy as well, because that mind, if I'm not, I'm a fiddler, you know what I mean? I'm going to taking things to bits and putting them back together and stuff. And if I'm not playing guitar, I'm building guitars. I'm not building guitars. I'm always got to be doing something. And if I'm not careful, I'll be back out there in zombie land, and I don't want to be doing that. So yeah, thanks very much for the break, Pete. It's a big help.
Well, I think one of the good things about being part of the community is if some of those behaviours emerge, the behaviours that take you back out there, the sneaky, manipulative, let's see how we can work an angle. The best thing about being part of a group is sometimes you can't see yourself. It takes other people who are going to say, you know what, I'm going to love you enough to give you some feedback, and that feedback probably is going to be the thing that saves your life, stops you going back out there, and that's why we need other people shoulder to shoulder to stand with us, not
standing on the shoulders of giants,
standing shoulder to shoulder, man. Not opposite, saying I'm going to, have a go at you, but stood next to you, saying I'm in this with you. I'm in it with you, man. I've got you.
Yeah.
I've got you. So that's a beautiful.
I hope you like your painting anyway when you have a look at it tonight.
Well, just tell the people watching us what you do, because you don't paint with a pen, do you?
No,
you don't paint with a
no. It's times have moved on a bit now, so we can have a computer, and it's a tablet. So it's not a tablet thing like a phone tablet. It just looks like a slate piece of plastic. Yeah. It costs a fortune, and they're made by a company called Wacom. They're the expensive ones. I've got a cheap one. Couldn't afford a Wacom. I did have a Wacom a while back when I was at uni, but yeah. So you use the pen's connected to the computer on the screen, so you have Photoshop on your screen, and as I move my hand, getting camera view right on my here. So as I'm painting like this, it's a brush is on my screen, and then I can choose different tools to do what I need to do. Same with the sculpting. If people are interested in that stuff, they can go to what's it called? Oh no, what's that? Well, there's one artist called Raphael Grassetti, kind of hard to spell, But if you're interested in sculpting and modern digital sculpting, he's like one of the best in the world. And the stuff that he creates with just, you know, a pen and a tablet, he sells. He's got a 3D printer, and he builds these up, and they come out like 4 foot, what about 3-4 foot high, and the detailing and that's, and then he gets them cast and bronze and stuff, and it's just amazing. But I'm not there yet, but I will get a 3D printer one day. But
Nice.
at the minute, it's still a paintbrush.
Nice one, man. Well,
And you get carpal.
Sorry,
You know,
missed
painting for a long time. Carpal tunnel
Say that
syndrome, yeah. So
Oh.
when you're painting for a long time, my hand ended up paralysed. It's happened twice now, so I've got to be careful.
Right.
You know, if I paint for too long, yeah, walk around like this for a year. Couldn't paint, couldn't play guitar, nothing.
What we
But
need to do,
it got better.
one of these weeks, get, you know, the funders, get the bit, you know, the guys who do the brick funding process, get them on to share a little bit about it. So if anybody's watching and they think I could apply for some of that funding, they know how to do it. They know what it's about. So I think what we'll do is we'll take the puzzle productions idea of filming it, so we can just play it. Because
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Lindsay,
That's how it needs to be done.
Lindsay and Chris have been like superstars, man, on this puzzle production. How they pulled together some entertainment whilst remaining safe and I'm not going to say isolated, because they're not isolated. They're just not. They're just
We just
not
don't see anyone.
You're just locked in your cupboard.
It's a beautiful platform because you can see people growing in confidence every week.
I
Tell
can
us a bit
say,
more about.
if you watch back, which we're going to do, but if you can watch back, and I'll discuss that when you play it, if you look at episode 1, it's clearly, when we had a script, it's clearly people reading. We just literally wing it. We don't have a clue where we're going with it every week, and it somehow works. Can I just jump back in?
Better all the time. I want to jump in because I think it's fair to give Tracy a bit of love after that story.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, can you?
Jonathan Chapman says, I've known you for a long time. Never heard your story. Thank you very much. Guest girl from our Emily. Jim Burns, Tracy, love you. David Simpson, love you. Glen Island, Tracy has been smashing the leadership. Good feedback there. There's just a couple of guys on here that got a bit of recognition. Natalie Ann, hi everybody new here. Not long completed treatment in Burnley, 5 months sober. Good to be on you. Well done. Well done, Natalie. Brilliant. And Lee Bailey Armour, struggling with my mental health, and I just want to be clean. Just keep reaching out, Lee, mate. Reach out. The guys on the group will support you. Get support where you can.
Is that mate, is that the little pocket rocket, Lee Bailey? I'm sure that's the little pocket rocket. Is that you, pocket rocket? Keep coming back. Keep getting involved.
Yeah, but Tracy, them love hearts were flying all the way through that. And I did struggle to keep up with most of the comments, but it was all love. Plenty of love for you.
Thank you.
Right, I'm going to jump right in now because I wanted you did your story and then disappeared.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I don't mean that in a derogatory fashion. I just wanted to say I resonated with your story. Was just made me feel a bit ill, to be honest, because when you were speaking about not looking in the mirror and how your age, which is nothing. You're still way behind me, by the
You're
way.
holding back tears. You're holding back tears there, aren't you?
Honestly, you know what? You know what I am?
Oh,
I am a
bless.
little bit.
Let it
I'm going to
out.
laugh because it'll set me off. When my drug and alcohol worker came to my house, she said, "Oh my God, you're not well." And I went, "No, I feel awful. I was in a lot of pain and I'd sort of started swelling up." And she said, "No, I mean, have you not, like, you look, your colour?" And I went, "What do you mean? Well, have you not looked in the mirror?" And I said, "Absolutely not. I hadn't looked in the mirror for weeks. I didn't have a clue what I looked like. I couldn't get upstairs or whatever." And I looked in the mirror and thought, "Oh my God." I was a bit like an Oompa Loompa. So I was like orange and swollen. And my eyes were like yellow and orange and whatever. And I'd started getting all these scabs and stuff on my body.
Have you got any pictures?
I haven't. I've got one of a bit of my head where scabs, I had them all in my scalp. And my unbeknownst to me, my liver was failing. So,
oh God.
Yeah, so I was rushed into, I went to see my GP with my social worker, my sister. And as soon as I walked in, he said, "You've got severe jaundice," before we even start. And he touched my belly, by which point I was howling. And he said, "Right, she needs to be in hospital right now." By which point I look like, I know I'm laughing, but it's either that or cry. I look like a slightly rotten pumpkin. And I was bigger. My belly was more swole. I've got 3 children, and my belly was bigger than it was with any of my kids. So I have got. I'm saying I did have. You don't get over it. You can't cure it. I've got liver cirrhosis. So I had alcoholic hepatitis, liver cirrhosis, and severe jaundice. So, yeah, when you said about like looking in the mirror, not knowing what you look like, I just thought, oh my, I thought that was me. That was me. Yeah.
Well,
and Lindsay, you look so beautiful now.
Oh, you're a dime. I'll pay you later, Tony. And I'm 52 next month. So
Ben Island's just said, "Look where you are now, Lindsay."
Oh, bless him.
You are a leader and you should be proud.
I am proud, and I do feel proud of myself now because I have come a long way. And can I just quickly say, I know I'm not in charge of comments, but I must say it, and I promised myself I would. The lovely Joe Clayton has become a daddy. So Joe Clayton and our Daisy Ray have got a little girl, little baby Harlow, the little princess, has finally arrived. I feel like she's been pregnant for 3 years because it's been this.
Congratulations, Joe.
Congratulations, Joe.
Congratulations.
Well, Daisy, really, because you know what I mean. We do the hard work. It's the men just.
Both of you. You'll be a great dad, mate.
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, it touched me. It did touch me.
Thank you.
We've had all night, so we've been on now about an hour and a half, and we've had between 25 and 30 people consistently tuned in for an hour, and that's good for a Saturday night. And I think, you know, you guys are why we do it. You why we hold this space. If you're not already linked in with Red Rose Recovery, go on our website and sign up as a member, because then you'll be able to see the calendar. And every day we've got things happening, things to get involved in. And what I'm going to do now is tell you about this week. I've been getting so many phone calls from Channel 4, the BBC, Sky TV have been phoning me to say, right, you guys have got some wicked actors coming through. So I'm going to show you now what you can get involved in. So have a look at, this is a weekly show they do, Puzzle Productions. Here we go.
We struggled to get this episode. We had to do an extra few shifts, didn't we? It was a struggle this week.
Hi, Doctor. Yeah, I'm okay. So I can go home. Oh, thank God for that. Yeah, I'll ring my missus, get her to come and pick me up. Yeah, thanks ever so much. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'll just get my stuff together and get gone. Thanks, Doctor. Take care.
Sheila phones Claire to tell her about the leaflet she got off the doctor.
Hiya, Claire. Hiya, hon. Listen, when I was in the hospital, the doctors came in and then they brought some fella out to me. He works for a substance and alcohol team thing, and he's given me a load of leaflets. They're all about how Terry can get some help from this place called Inspire, and they can get him into a rehab if he needs it, and they'll give him medication, and they do the health checks and everything. Then there's another one that says it's for families like Emerging Futures. So yeah, Emerging Futures, and they help the families of anybody that's got an addiction and advise them and tell them where to go and all stuff like that. And then there's another one that's local, that's called Red Rose Recovery, and they do all sorts. They help them through the recovery. They've got family groups, they've got stuff on Zoom, they've got all things that you can go to, you know, like to do exercises, and got counsellors and everything. So I've got all the leaflets, and I thought that if we get together we can look through and then we can make a plan and then ask Terry, does he want to try start stepping towards his recovery? Maybe if we just give him the push in the right direction. Yeah, because arguing with them and fighting with them is not going to get him nowhere, so maybe just try a different tack with him. Yeah. Have you heard from the owner yet? She found out where she is? Because it's getting on a bit now, isn't it? Okay. Right, well, I've got these leaflets. So just give us a bell when you find anything else, and I'll pop round and we'll have a sit down and have a talk through them. Okay, hon. Phone me when you find out where she is. Yeah. Ta-ra!
Yeah, hi Sheila. Oh yeah. Inspire. All right, yeah. Emerging Futures, did you say? Well, that sounds good, yeah. Well, yeah, I think the family all we need to be together on this, don't we? Yeah. Yeah. Red Rose Recovery. That sounds... Oh, wow, yeah. I don't know about the exercise bit, like. Oh, yeah, he needs a push. Push off a bloody cliff. No, that sounds great, yeah. No, I know, yeah. Got to make it seem like it's his idea, really, and plant the seed. No, I haven't, no. I've rung Fiona, I was sure she'd be at Fiona's. No, they actually hadn't seen her. Yeah. I'm worried, but I'm not worried, if you know what I mean. She's a sensible girl. Yeah. I'll leave it another hour or two, maybe, and then I am starting to worry a little bit, you know what I mean? If I don't hear from her. She'll be sulking somewhere, I don't know. Yeah, I'll give you a ring, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, I might pop round, actually, Barbara, rather than you come round here. Sheila, sorry. Yeah, I might... Yeah, I'll pop round for a brew and have a look at these leaflets. Yeah. All right, love. Okay, yeah, I will do, yeah. Okay, bye.
Hello. Hi, Claire. Yeah, I'm just on my way home from the hospital now. Yeah. Yeah, I won't be long. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Oh my God. I can't go home yet. I need to get a drink. My head's telling me not to, but my body's telling me that I'm going to have to. I don't know what to do. I'm getting a drink.
Hello? Hi, I'd like to report my boyfriend for a stabbing. Yeah, it was the other day. The victim's Terry Tibbs. I can't stay on the phone for long because he's coming to see me. Yeah, it's Neil McDonald. It was the other day when he told me he was boasting about how he's going to have some more money now. Yeah, I'm just worried about if he can do this now, like what else can he do, like what's he capable of. Yeah. Alright, thank you.
Oh, what do you want? Ah, attempted murder. Ah, you're having a laugh. This is harassment, this. I've had enough of yous. Well, I haven't left. I've been with her all the time. Did you let these in, babe? I've been with her all the time. Attempted. Well, go on then. Come on, let's go.
Neil MacDonald, I'm arresting you on suspicion of attempted murder. You do not have to say anything, but may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence or right to remain silent. Cuffing, boys.
Right, so you know why you're here, don't you? You've been interviewed for the attempted murder of Terry Tibbs. And obviously you know Terry. And you can tell me how you were involved with Terry. I've got evidence as well, a female who knows about the plot to murder Terry. I have the conversation that's been recorded. This is a really serious offence. I mean, I know that you're linked to Terry. I know why you're linked to Terry. I know that drugs are playing a massive part in this. I'm just wondering what the motive was. You know, why did you stab him? Get him stabbed? Whoever you've had dealing with this. I need to know the motive behind this. Because, I mean, you're looking at a long stretch. You know that, I know that, you're looking at a long stretch. So you need to start becoming clean about what's going on. You know, and this revenge. Why did you seek revenge? Why was it over this parcel that was found with Terry in the car? You need to start talking. Because you're looking at a long stretch.
No. Right, listen, I want me brief. I know me lot. Go on then. What have you got to say? Terry Tibbs? No. He's a little rat off the estate. He's no mate of mine. No. No. Listen, you've got no evidence on me whatsoever. I've been with my girlfriend since I moved in with her 4 months ago and I haven't left her side. She'll verify that for me. Yeah. What do you mean, girl evidence? What are you on about? What do you mean? Now listen, I've had enough of you. No comments. Where's my brief? I want my brief. No comments. You've got no evidence on me. You can only keep me 24 hours. I know my rights. You've got no evidence. You won't get no evidence because I haven't done nothing wrong. Now get me out of here. That's all I'm saying to my briefs here.
You're back. Oh, you're joking me. You must be joking. I can smell it, Terry. I can smell it. Look at the bloody... Don't take me for a fool. I can smell you. You're bloody disgusting. I don't... Terry, you're an absolute disgrace. You've been nearly killed. You've been in hospital. Your daughter's God knows where. Your mother's just about had a bloody heart attack worrying about you. Everybody's worried about you. And you go and have another drink. Are you taking the mick? Bloody what's his name's been arrested? Niggsy, whoever his name is. What, for trying to kill you? So you're in... Don't be apologising to me. You're in court in a couple of days. And then what's going to happen? You'll be sentenced. You'll go down for this, Terry. You'll be going to prison. Then what's going to happen to you? What's going to happen to us? What's going to happen to your mum? What's going to happen to your daughter? You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. You're a bloody disgrace.
Claire? Claire? I haven't been drinking. No, I haven't. I'm alright. I haven't been drinking, Claire. I promise you I haven't been drinking. No, a little bit. I had a little one. Well, I'm still alive. Leona? Why, what's happened to Leona? Mum? Niggsy? Has it been nicked? What for? Oh, Claire, I'm sorry. Oh, shit, court. Oh, yeah, court. Yeah, I'll be alright for court. I'll be alright for court. Well, I'm going to jail anyway, ain't I? So... one more excuse to have another. You gonna let me in or what?
Yeah, hi, Jill. Oh, thank God for that. Is she all right? Drunk? Like father, like daughter? No, nothing, sorry, no. Sorry for that. Yeah, what? Oh, would that be all right? Yeah, I could pick her up. Oh, that would be great. Oh, yeah, sorry to put that on you, Jill, yeah. No, oh, God. Oh, Terry's just we've got all sorts of... It's relief, to be honest. It is relief. I was just contemplating ringing the police. So if she can stop there, that would be great. No, it's kicking off round. Yeah, Terry, I can't go in. I don't want to go into too much detail. I'll catch up with you, Jill. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'll pick her up in the morning. Yeah, that's great. Thanks so much for letting me know. Thanks, love. Bye.
Terry Tibbs, I sentence you to 38 months for your role in the supply of Class A drugs. Take him down.
Productions.
You missed a bit, Pete.
Exciting stuff.
What? You've missed a bit.
Oh, okay, all right.
You've got to put the end bit on.
Hold on. All fire. Here we go.
It's not because it's me, it's because of the message at the end.
Here we go.
That's just a coincidence.
Give it away now.
There we go. Episode 7 complete. Exciting stuff. Lindsay Jackson here, Red Rose Recovery, aka Claire Tibbs. What do you think? Have you checked out the rest of the episodes? Please go to YouTube, have a look, like them please, that would be lovely, and subscribe. Doesn't mean you're paying for anything, by the way, subscription, just press subscribe, that would be great. We'll cover some sensitive matters in our puzzle productions. If you have been affected, please check out our Red Rose page. There's phone numbers, there's groups, there's lots of information on there. One of our staff will pick it up if you have been affected by it, hopefully not. If you'd like to get involved with puzzle productions, show your acting skills, or any of our other groups, please give one of our staff a ring, give one of our amazing Red Rose family team a ring. Hopefully though you just really enjoyed it. Yeah, that would be great. Like, subscribe, join our Red Rose team. That's me, over and out. See you next episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Brilliant. You know, apparently I'm sacked as a director.
So I didn't know you were a director. When did you get involved with puzzle productions?
I'm having it. It's like I'm a director. I've had it. I'm having it. But I've just soon as I become a director, I get the sack. I think it's boss that. I think the guys who are getting involved, I agree with you, Chris. You can just see them week on week building confidence, man. It's a beautiful thing. But there's also people, and I won't drop the names. They don't need me to. People who drive that from behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So you know who you are.
I'm gonna drop the name now.
No, don't.
Yeah, I am. Scott Wakefield just puts that. It's not puzzle productions. He puts on other things behind the scenes, and it's beautiful to see the confidence growing in people through the platform that he creates. It is. So you've got to give the guy a shout out.
Right. So
I agree, Chris.
Some comments coming the way to you in the comment section, Chris. So have a look at them, and you know the private chat we've got. So Lindsay's going to drop some comments into your world, but we love your enthusiasm, and we love, you know, our very own Scott Maskell, who is behind the scenes chipping away at that, mate. Chipping away at it, and we love the bones of you. We do.
I know, our IT man. Where would we be without him? Heaven forbid he ever goes off sick. Can I just reiterate? I know I said it at the end there, Pete, but the puzzle production is on every Monday at 11 o'clock. That gets put on our WhatsApp groups, and it'll be on our page. We're trying to start it out earlier, but as of now it's 11 on a Monday morning. Like I said, it's on YouTube, so if you've missed episodes 1 to 6, or either way, if you're not even interested, it would be lovely if people could just literally press the like we do with our groups, like, share, subscribe, whatever it is on there. But if you do want to know what on earth all that was about, and catch up with episodes 1 to 6, but regardless, put some likes and shares and subscription buttons on YouTube. We're hoping, I don't know how many, I think we've got a few thousand to go, but it's just spreading the word, isn't it? My 9-year-old watches it when he comes in and says he doesn't watch any of the soaps. or anything, but he says, "Oh, Mum, you're such a good actress."
My son's watched it and he's on the Yemen border. He phoned me up, he says, "I've had enough of your shenanigans." You're embarrassing. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
well, I've got
Tracy,
full
when are you
support,
going
man.
to make a guest appearance?
Pardon?
When are you going to make a guest appearance, Tracy?
Oh yeah, anytime, yeah.
I've been asked to work with Scott as well. So maybe I'll do some editing with him, maybe, I don't know.
Brilliant, yeah. In the because IT, Scott Maskell, the IT department, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I dropped your name to Mr. Maskell as someone who could potentially pick up some of the responsibility for hosting. The other thing which we'd like looked at is to say there's a committee, a Lancashire User Forum committee, and Lancashire User Forum is independent from Red Rose Recovery, and we have a committee, a leadership team, and there's loads of opportunities to get involved behind the scenes with that, and some of the opportunities that come from it. We need representation at various different levels. So there's Public Health England who want people to share their experience with them. We've got, as a forum, we've got national recognition, and we're always on the lookout for leaders who can conduct themselves in a fashion that won't bring our organisation and our movement into disrepute. And so if that sounds like you want to hear a bit more, like Lindsay just said, go onto the website, sign up as a member of Red Rose Recovery, and they'll point you in the direction.
What else we're doing as well, Pete? That was episode 7. So we're thinking that's obviously episode, rather than sort of having the same actors and actresses or whatever the whole way through. I think we're going to get to episode 10-ish. And then we're going to start again with maybe a new main character and that story. I mean, Terry's probably going to get shipped off to prison, we're thinking. He has just been sentenced. So we were contemplating, view from people. I've been in rehab, so someone else's story, an alcoholic, single mom or something. That sounds like me, you know what I mean? And have new people. So anyone, I mean, the characters even in them 7 episodes have changed because some people haven't made a group. So we said, oh, well, and it literally, whoever turns up for the group, we just say, well, we haven't got a policeman today, so we won't bring that in. And we literally just wing it each week, and it somehow works. But
people are asking what happens next, and we don't know.
Like, absolutely no idea. Depends who turns up on a Monday.
It was brilliant to see our Babs in there from Skelmersdale.
Yeah.
I've seen in the comment that Babs is saying the grandkids keep asking when's the next episode, because you're on TV, aren't you, effectively? And how brilliant is that for your grandkids to see Granny's on TV acting? It's just awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. And Darren, the lovely Darren Bird, he tunes in every week for the LUF. He's such a dear soul, and he made his debut as the judge right at the end there.
He makes a really good judge as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, because he's so jolly. It's the guy that says golly gosh a lot, and he's so jolly and upbeat, and he's a lovely dear man. And at the end, he's so stern, and I'm thinking, oh, I said it's quite just not Darren-like at all. So yeah, shout out to Darren Bird.
Well, I don't know what the chat. I mean, we used to go to Birmingham every year, and we'd take about 40 of us down, and we'd have to raise sometimes about 5,000 or 6,000 quid to go to the conference, pay for like 30, 40 hotel rooms, 30, 40 meals at an evening restaurant. And one year I sat with Darren and he told me his story, and I just thought, what a lovely man. We've got some really good people in our community, but we don't always often get the time to hear their stories. which is why I want to thank you, Tracy, personally, for sharing your story tonight. And you will get, just hold it there, just hold it 1 second. Oh, do you know my missus is ruthless, she is.
What have you lost, Peter?
She get an SAS badge.
It's cleaning up.
By the way.
Oh, you poor thing, having someone cleaning up for you. That's awful.
No, let me rephrase that.
Yeah, I would if I were you.
Moving things.
That's better.
I'm the cleaner in this house. She's always moving things. So everybody who comes on here and shares their story, we give them their very own badge, Speaker Bootcamp badge. So let me just show you what this looks like. You've got...
Thank you.
Yes.
Brilliant.
That's lovely.
Lovely.
And that'll be winging its way down to St Anne's next weekend when Emma comes. Don't forget, next weekend as well, we will have our Imagination Observatory. And Willie will be back. But
what happened to Willie and Chris? Because they both just disappeared. I think Willie's been trying to get back in, but Emily's been trying to help him, but I don't know what's happened.
Chris is probably dealing with the kids.
Yeah, Willie's stayed in comments, mind, bless him. He hasn't gone. I don't know if it's a problem with his connection or something, maybe.
Well, what we're going to do with Willie is get him to film his words of wisdom. So we'll have Willie's words of wisdom every week alongside Puzzle Productions. Next week, like I say, is our Imagination Observatory. The week after that, we're doing a specific, we've got a takeover. And me and Glenn Island are going to be running it with a guy called JJ, who is a victim of knife crime. His brother was attacked. The first time he was attacked, he was stabbed 60 odd times, and he survived it. The second time he was attacked, it was a case of mistaken identity, I think, but the sword went through his neck and effectively decapitated him. And his brother is going to talk about what that's like, to be part of a gang culture, and sat in an ambulance with your brother dying, all the real life nitty gritty stuff that comes with that lifestyle. And it's an important subject matter, knife crime. So, that'll be the week after next. And I just want to thank you, Chris, tonight for monitoring the comments. You've been amazing, It's like the first time you've ever done it, but it just shows, you can do anything you put
your mind to.
You're a
natural.
Really.
Yeah. It's just, I suffer badly with anxiety, but I'm just getting that little push. And what pushed me onto this platform was the other users in the group, that the service users that have stepped out of their boundaries to do a little bit. And I'm thinking, well, if they can do it, then I need to do a bit more as well. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Chris. Honestly, you've come on. Chris has been up and down, I would say, without going into too much detail, over the last year or so that we've sort of known each other. And these last, I said to Pete the other day, you've been all of a sudden something, I don't know, I think something's just clicked in your head or whatever it is, but I just said you've just sort of transformed into this.
I think the word's purpose.
Yeah, definitely.
Sense of purpose. You've got to have a sense of purpose, Chris, and I don't know, you've just gone up a notch in my eyes.
I help out as much as I can, and I couldn't understand why, because obviously with my faith that I want to relieve suffering, But that wasn't it. That wasn't it. I was thinking, what do I get out of it? And it's them little moments. Them little moments when you see someone that struggles with confidence, step up just to help somebody else, open their mouths. And that's why I do it. You know?
Lovely.
Yeah. I was thinking, you know, when you were on about this digital platform, sorry, I know I find it's hard just to not keep yakking. The benefit to me of this digital platform, people that are wanting to join but think, oh, I'm not going on a camera and crapping themselves, and I get that. To me, it's just doesn't faze me anymore at all. But it did, because you don't know what to think. You can come on, you know, without your camera on. So if people don't want to, in fact, we have groups where people will sit, they don't speak. We know that they're there. We check that they're there. They'll say yes. They're not. The camera's not on. They sometimes don't speak. But those people now, that's not necessarily. Sometimes they're on. Sometimes they're off. But some of them people now sit. They participate. They join in. They give back. That to me is such a massive step.
That's it, isn't it?
So anyone who wants to come on our Zoom platform, check out our groups. You do not have to speak. You can come and listen. You don't have to show your face. You can come in, check out our Red Rose page, look at what groups we've had. They're on pretty much every day. Have a look, join in, come into a group and sit and listen. And if you want to put your camera on, you want to speak, but just sometimes listening and seeing people's visible recovery and hearing them words it's a step in the right direction to me, and it's a start.
Be a life changer, can't it?
Absolutely. I never thought I would do this. I mean, good God, 2 years ago, I was sat in my own whistle. I wouldn't be sat chatting like this, and I wouldn't look at myself, so I certainly wouldn't be on a live platform.
Yeah.
I couldn't even answer my phone.
Oh, I couldn't open the curtains. I didn't put my rubbish out. It was like Mission Impossible just to put my wheelie bin out.
You know,
so
I'm really conscious that listening to you, Chris, for the first time, it strikes me as though you're in a really good place, and what you're sharing, that strength, the hope people get from that is immense. And I'm also conscious that, you know, we've not had a chance to hear more from you, Chris. So, I mean, hopefully we'll have more of you on this platform. You know, I'm extending that invitation to come alongside us. You don't have to take responsibility, just come in and get involved more. But I'm also kind of wanting to say, have you got any more you want to share? Do you want to share a little bit about yourself too, Chris?
Yeah.
Not too much, but yeah, I have a mental health disorder. I've suffered with addiction. I've suffered with alcohol. I've suffered with drugs as a kid, but I've always managed to be, because I've had family and that, I've always managed to reel it in for a few months and then crash again, and then reel it in and crash again. And it's part of my illness, it's the ups and downs. But because I've grown my confidence and got a lot of tools from a lot of programs that I've done with yourselves and other people, understanding my mental health, I've managed to control the highs and the lows. And I didn't have them tools before. So when my mental well-being went crash, my first thing was pick up. That was my coping mechanism. And over the last 12 months, I've been taught that there's other ways and other tools to deal with it. And I've been using that and taking it on board. But the biggest thing I did was started taking my own advice. I was very good at advising people what to do when they've got mental health problems. Very good at it. And then I didn't take it on board myself. I wasn't doing the stuff I was telling other people to do. And when I did that, then things changed.
Yeah, I'd just like to quick say as well, I don't want to think it, but I've been doing a leadership course and an emotional awareness course with Red Rose as well. And that's really helped to deal with definitely my emotions You know, because like I say, in addiction, you suppress them. So the emotional awareness course that Red Rose has put me on, it's making me think, you know, so when I'm sad and I'm eating that big bar of chocolate, I know why I'm doing it and stuff. So yeah, I've learned a lot. So again, Red Rose and connecting into it.
It is.
Yeah.
It's being educated around things, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, that's all it is.
Yeah. And great people to learn off.
Well,
Absolutely.
It's just the platform you learn off as well, where there's no judgment, no pressure, everything's at your own pace, you know, and it's what's needed.
Yeah.
Glen Island is saying here that you're a soldier and you've been supporting lots of other people, Chris.
Yeah. Glenn's been supporting me this week as well, so yeah, big thank you to you, Glenn. Had a little bit of a chat with him, and yeah, things are good. I still need my support, I know that, but I know to go for it now, rather than let it linger for ages and ages till it's too late. As soon as I feel I'm not right, just pick up the phone, you know.
Yeah.
Do you find though, Chris, like me, the more when you're giving back as it is and supporting others, you're getting, in a weird way, you're getting support for yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because that's what
definitely.
I don't know. It's a strange way. It's just that thing. But I do know that if you don't stay connected, I'm a bit like you. I do the opposite, and I give out the advice, but I don't do it. And last week I massively dipped, and I had the most horrendous drink cravings. I thought once Christmas is out the way, I'll be at home and dry, and I wasn't. And little things slid, and I thought, oh, I don't want to see my face. I feel low and miserable. And if I hadn't had my two best buddies ringing me up and saying, Lindsay, have you had a shower? Get out of bed, get on a group. And I think it was Glenn was on doing his story, and I looked at the group, I looked at the WhatsApp chat and thought, oh, I'm just going to jump on that. And it was all it took to get me up. Because in my mind, I think, well, no one wants to say me, Lindsay. You're not jolly Lindsay, because I generally am quite upbeat. But that's not what you do. Like, if you're feeling rubbish, that's when you really should be going on. And I don't think, if you lose that connection, if you lose that shoulder-to-shoulder PTR then you're fighting a losing battle, I think. You can't do recovery on your own.
Yeah. I've just noticed Lee Bailey Armour. I'm not sure if it's the same person I'm thinking of, but I know I've seen that name a few times on here. And Lee Bailey Armour is saying, how do I get help? So I've just put under the comments, you know, what help is it that you need? If it's around a clinical issue, then Inspire's your go-to place. If it, you know, there should be no wrong door, no matter where you go. If you come to Red Rose Recovery and we can't help you, we'll point you in that direction. There's no wrong door.
Yeah.
So you go to Inspire and they can't help you, they'll point you in the right direction. There's no wrong door. It's just, we're not a crisis service, so we don't do some of the things that other organisations are commissioned to do, because some things need to be done by really well-trained and well-resourced professionals. But what we can do is stand shoulder to shoulder with you in it. We can advocate for you. We can walk with you on that journey. We can be there at the end of the phone when sometimes services aren't there. We can create a network where we all know each other's names. So I know if somebody wants to get a hold of me at 10:30 at night, they can. And the same for Emma. You know, I listen to Emma's, you know, I've seen her working at, you know, 8:30 at night, and she's been able to, because she knows people, get in contact with managers and make things happen. What we can do is create a network of peers where we support each other, but that's not a crisis intervention.
No.
And I think also be mindful as well, because we've had some people who've been a bit naughty. You know, they've learned to become dependent on certain systems, and it's like, you can't be dependent on us. We're not going to put more energy into your life and your recovery than you put in yourself. We're not going to wipe your ass for you. You know, it's like, don't expect me to put more of my energy into something that you're not going to put your into, because I'm not a fool. You know, I'm not. What I will do is have that honest conversation with you and say, you know, let's have a look at that self-helplessness that you've learned, because actually, like you've just proved tonight, Chris, you can do anything you put your mind to. And when you see your mates, your peers getting stuck in and doing it, then you can't argue with that philosophy. If they can do it, I can as well. And you know what? I'm going to have a go, because I know if I fail, I've got loads of people who will be there shoulder to shoulder. So, you know, in rugby, when they scrum down, the reason they scrum down in a scrum, because you're not going to fall if you've got someone holding each shoulder and your legs go, you're not going to fall. But if you're only held up at the knees, it's dead easy to fall. But if you're stood with people shoulder to shoulder, that's why they do it. That's why they get in a scrum like that. Because if your legs go, people can hold you up. And, you know, we can do that for each other in this network. And the Lancashire User Forum is the biggest network of its kind in the United Kingdom. It's the biggest independent support network of its kind in the UK.
Woo! Yeah. Sorry, I had to do that.
Something to be proud of.
I'm proud of us all.
Yeah.
We've been going for like 15 years. That's a pedigree, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an extended family for me, and I'm not just saying that. I don't get paid to do any of this. I'm a volunteer, but I absolutely love it. Can I just do a quick Danielle Briggs? I know we called her Danielle earlier in the night. She's stayed on all night, and she's just put a beautiful comment on. It's helped. Well, she's put a few on actually. It certainly helped me tonight. Normally Saturday night I would be trolled, but instead I'm sat here being inspired. Thank you. I've never felt so determined. Danielle, you're very welcome. She sounds like she wants to get on board our amazing Red Rose team. That has made my, I've just told her, it's made my night. Even from that one comment, it's just brilliant.
Oh, read that again. That was lovely, that. Read it again.
It certainly helped me tonight. Normally Saturday night I would be trolled, but instead I'm sat here being inspired. Thank you. I've never felt so determined. She's been on and she's put some really lovely comments on, and I think our Emily Rook's been on board with her and said, how do I get connected? And she stayed on and she's been watching the whole time from what I can see. Yeah, she's put, I've given my details to Emily, who's our Emily Rook. I'm becoming a member. I'm determined now. You don't know how much this has helped me tonight. Much love, guys. So that's lovely. Isn't that lovely? Hopefully we'll see you on some groups.
Get yourself on the groups, because it does exactly the same thing on there.
Yeah.
Gives you that feeling of community. Like we're talking about community.
Just on that one, our very own Dirty Gecko, Chris, has said, I wish I'd found RRR when I first come about. And it's like, you know, I know that guy before he has had that spiritual awakening, that transformational, you know, happy and joyous experience. And he was a scary bloke. You would not want to meet up with that fellow when he used to be like he was. But now, all I ever experienced from him is just raw positivity, real, you know, kind, positive, how can help people. And that's the beautiful thing we've got a community of like-minded people who have, you know, gone through that metamorphosis from being like, you know, ugly and pus-ridden, putrid, nasty behaviours to beautiful, spirit-filled, hearty depth and weight, and it's just awesome, innit? It is. It's
Dishing
good.
out the love.
It really is.
Dishing out the love.
Yeah. That's what we do best.
Okay, so let's wind it up. It's 7 o'clock. We've done 2 hours tonight. Let's have a couple of sentences from each of you, starting with our very own Chris.
Couple of sentences. Yeah, seeing as though we're talking about community, I just want to say, stop the texting. Pick up the phone and talk. That's what I've been doing recently, and it's changed my world. It really has. You know, that conversation's important. You know, we're too easy to just drop a text. It doesn't mean the same. So, yeah, get on the phone and get talking to your mates.
Roger that, man. Okay, Tony.
Yes, I'd say stay in the middle of the boat with your people and you'll be safe. How's that?
Brilliant. Tracy.
I'd just like to say thank you for having me. It's been a real pleasure, and I just hope everybody who's been watching gets connected, because we're here for you if you need us at any time. We'll do our best to help. Okay.
Brilliant. Okay, so for me, I am going to say, it's a quote from Wolfgang Goethe, and he says, treat somebody how you find them and they'll become worse, but treat them as if they already were what they potentially could be, and they'll become that. Yeah. So effectively what that means is treat people as though they are awesome, and eventually they will be. So last word from you, Lindsay.
Word of the night is connection. Community to me is connection. And also, don't look back, because that's not the way you're going. What I think you spoke about it before, and I was thinking, you know, when you've got that shame and that guilt, and I was told in rehab, Lindsay, put that bloody stick down, and you look back and you've got that shame and that you're like tarred, like you're some kind of lesser being because you're an addict. Hell no, you're not. We don't judge in Red Rose Recovery. We're all about giving the love and moving forward. And we don't judge. We don't, whatever you've done, you know what I mean? We've all got to have that hope. And we have to do it together.
Yeah.
We have to do it together. So yeah, don't give up, stay connected, get on our groups, join in, and eventually you'll be spreading the love with the rest of us.
Yay.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Right.
See you. Good night. Take
Bye.
care, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Shoulder. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes.